Welcome, friends. Today we're going to be looking at Vintage Tabarome by Creed. And I'm not really going to get into all the notes and all that hoopla. I will have that information down below because, frankly, looking at the notes doesn't really help you out with what this scent is about. But I came up with a little story. And you know, some people call this scent a masterpiece. Some people hate this stuff. You know, and I'm sure there are fragrances that I've called a masterpiece that some people are like, what the F are you talking about, Dan? And I'm sure the same thing happens to you out there. Fragrance is a very subjective thing, of course. But now, let's get on to the scent. Let's get on to my story. Picture this. A gentleman is going through his father's attic, and he stumbles across this rugged, old, beat-up leather jacket that he thinks is cool, and he wants to keep it. But this jacket is musty. Who knows how long it's been up there? 20, 30 years. And it also has some of that stale tobacco smell attached to the jacket as well, because his dad used to be a smoker. And this gentleman is not so bright. So, how he's going to clean this jacket, he figures he's going to take some 1970s dish soap, he's going to fill up the sink, and he's going to wash the leather jacket in some dish soap. And that's what he does. Brilliant, huh? Well, this jacket, after it dries, now it has this overwhelmingly powdery, cheap lemon dish soap smell about it. But he doesn't care. It's the 70s, man. He probably digs it, you know? And now the undertone smell has become the leather, tobacco, and that musty smell attached to the jacket is still there. But these are undertones now. That lemon, powdery, soapy feeling is at the top. But heck, like I said, he don't care. He puts his jacket on. He thinks he looks sexy as hell. He's ready to go out to the local bar, crack some Zeppelin, get his game on. Yeah, buddy. But before he does that, he's got to put on his aftershave. So he splashes on his cheap oak moss aftershave. Boom! So now he's got that 1970s cheap oak moss aftershave mixed with that lemon, powdery dish soap smell with the undertones of leather, tobacco, and must. And that is pretty much Vintage Tabarome. So overall, as you can tell, not something that I'm overly impressed with. For me, it seems to lack a little bit of depth. Not something that grabs me like Tabarome or Kouros. And even when this one progresses, it loses some of its vitality, some of its life. It hangs on for a long time. I wouldn't call it beast mode as far as projection. It's okay. Amanda smelled it. She said it smelled old and powdery. I can see where she's coming from there. So when it comes to Vintage Tabarome, this stuff is hard to find, and if you find it, it's going to be super expensive. Nothing for me now that I know, now that I've taken it for a ride, you know, which I absolutely love. Even though I'm not a fan of it, the journey was still fun, man. Still appreciate it that I got to take it for a ride. But now that I know, I would definitely, for my taste, not pay the high bucks or seek this one out for sure. Because overall, I just didn't really enjoy it. Too old school, too dated. But that's my quick thoughts on Vintage Tabarome. And if you've checked this one out, make sure to share with me your thoughts down below. But thanks a million for tuning in. You guys take care, and I'll see you soon.